Hey everyone, it's Amy from YosoBoho. Welcome back to my channel and another Thursday night thrift adventure. So tonight we are shopping at the Goodwill in Akron. It is the Goodwill store that is attached to the Goodwill bins, the Goodwill outlet that I shopped at last Thursday. If you missed that one, I will attach it up here somewhere and you can go check it out. Before we get shopping, I just want to thank LYNNE, a big thank you, LYNNE, for giving me information on the possibility of this necklace, which I showed in another video, which I will link below, about a week and a half ago. It's possible that this is an Iris Apfel piece. I recognized Iris when she sent me to check her out, just because she's loud and she's amazing. Please go check her out. This is totally her style. In fact, this chain, this lucite chain, she's kind of famous for. So this may be hers. I haven't been able to confirm for sure. There's no signature on it, so I'm not positive, but even if I associated it with her name as a style, people will know what that means. It's loud, it's chunky, it's fun. I think it's meant to be symmetrical. I'm not sure how it sits on me. I kind of like it asymmetrical. What do you think? I don't know if it's me, but I think somebody's gonna love it. And now let's go shopping. Today's trip was a little bit of a slow start, but then we kind of got rolling and found some good stuff and ended up leaving with a cart full. So stick with me here. Wanted to show you some things here. This is a made in China piece. Kind of looked like a Capodimonte style piece, but they had $8 on that. I did like this hobnail piece. But again, for $5, that's probably a $10 to $12 piece. And there's a hobnail basket down there too. Now, even if that was Fenton, again, we're probably looking at that $10-ish range. Now, I like this small trinket box, and I have another one similar to this with this very similar pattern. Mine is more of an oblong shape. I was looking at the edges there to see if I could see any transparency around the edges. That's really what will tell you if a milk glass piece has a lot of age. This one didn't look all that old. I'm thinking right there again in the $10 range. So I passed on that. And then this is a Fenton piece, hand painted. Those were done in the 70s. It's just a custard glass, and you saw they had $10 on that. So there's no room there. And then I saw this big mouth Billy Bass. Do you remember him? He sang that song, what was it? Oh, Take Me to the River. He actually sells really well. If you find him in working condition, pick him up. This guy didn't have his plug, and look at his battery compartment was completely corroded, so I was not going to take a chance on him. He stayed on the shelf. But, oh, if that would have had the plug, I would have been running over to test him. They sell anywhere from 20 to 40, and in the box, sometimes up to 80. That was a cool kind of like abstract fish whale kind of piece. I liked it. There's some carnival glass in here, but nothing too special. The marigold pieces like this and the one below it are like the most common color. Now, there are some ones that are old that are, you could kind of tell the older ones. They are like very kind of, there's a deeper color to them. They have a lot more oil in them, if that makes sense. Those were kind of newer, just meh pieces. I like that pumpkin pie plate down there, and they had an apple one too that was real fancy. Again, those really just don't sell. I liked this apple dish. I'm not sure why this didn't come home with me. I want to say because it wasn't signed, and, I had like that, maybe it's made in China. And I'm just not an apple person. But that didn't come home with me. It ended up going back on the shelf after I sat and kind of looked at everything. Oh, this bowl up here, I swear to you, it weighed probably 30 pounds. And I thought, why would they put that on the top shelf? Somebody's going to kill themselves with that. Like, you're going to need to ask for assistance on that one. I'm almost 6 feet tall, and I was a little scared when I picked it up. Oh, I always check out the thermoses, especially the older ones. Love to find the actual thermos brand thermoses. They sell great. I've sold a couple. This is a little made in Japan lusterware piece, and you saw that Temptations piece over there. I did look that up. It was just the wire bracket to hold the casserole dish, and then it had that, like, you know, plate underneath it. They do go for a little bit of money, but not, it would have went for more definitely if the casserole dish was there. I liked those candlesticks, but they were not in the best condition. Oh, and then here we finally find our first thing. Yay, we finally found something. Cool, and it's really neat. And it has $5 on it, and it weighs a ton. Yep, this one is coming home with me. I have no idea what you would use this for. Maybe for a chocolate mold, maybe for a cake mold if you wanted to shape things like circus animals. Although I think this is a merry-go-round. Yes, it is. But look at all these different animals. And then on the back, this is really heavy, by the way, cast iron. On the back, different animals. Look at how great. I definitely picked this up for the $5 that they had on it. And I'll show you on eBay what they are going for. But check that out. Look at that elephant. Very cool. All right, around the corner, checking out the rest of the silver stuff. I liked these. These are made by International Silver Co. They're just silver plated. They look in horrible condition, but the shape of them and those little jewels in there were kind of cool. I wish they were in better condition. Not seeing a lot of, just not a lot of value on the shelves today. There was a couple of brass things here, and I kind of went by them because I had seen them prior, and they were overpriced. Oh, and then check out these boxes over here. Now this is interesting. These are cast iron casserole holders. Let me show you what I mean. This one I think is for a small, like 5x7. And then there was a bigger one. I think maybe because the sizes of these are specialized. Like I have a small Pyrex and I have a big Pyrex, and neither one of my Pyrex fit in these holders. So I'm gonna have to find out what pieces will fit in these and then promote these to match those certain casserole dishes. But they are cast iron forged. They're made by a company in Warren called Hen Forge. And they had these, a bunch of them sitting on the shelf for 50 cents. And not only 50 cents, but when I went shopping on this day, everything blue was half off. So these were a quarter. I grabbed 3 of each size because I figured, what do I have to lose? I mean, even if they end up getting donated back, they're a quarter a piece, and I spent, you know, $1.50 total on 6. I think that was a good deal. Checking out the blankets and such, found this crocheted piece. I thought this was interesting with these cutaways, but the stitching on some of them were just a little odd, so I passed it. But I like the colors, and I like the method. I had just gone down another aisle where I picked a bunch of craft stuff for my mom. I did get her some stamps, but I sent her photos of the rest of the stuff, and she's like, no, I have it all. These throws right here, keep an eye out for these. This one had a weird stitching issue there at the bottom, and it's just like a house. It's not one of the popular ones, but some of those are good. Look for ones with like wolves and animals and Disney and such. The blankets nowadays are, I believe, $3.99. They just changed these prices recently, so I'm just kind of zooming in here to share our quote-unquote domestic prices. And yes, I did grab that nice Afghan. I don't know about you, but I like a good granny square, and for some reason, a lot of people do too. This is just a nice, it's not huge. I want to say it's a 6x6. Let me measure. Yep, about 6. I'm about 5'11", so my wingspan's about that. Nope, it's about 5x6. But look at how great. Nice big granny squares with that 3-dimensional rose. Definitely worth the $3.99 that Goodwill currently has their blankets priced. Now we're going to check out the art and the framed things. This was a cross stitch down here. It was cute. Definitely an 80s or 90s piece. I want to say it was personalized, so I kind of passed on that. And then there was this painting. It was pretty nicely done. Definitely more of an amateur than a pro painting. I'm more of an amateur than a pro painter, so I can recognize that. Oh, what did I see over here? Oh, there was a cork board up top that I was kind of creeping towards because I wanted it. I don't know if I show you grabbing it. It's over there on the right. This was cool, little shadow box with some snow things going on there. And this is a painted slate, which was neat. Had a very vintage look. I don't know why I didn't check that out more carefully. It's cute. And these down here, for a second, I thought I was looking at illustrations, like real illustrations, because of the texture of that pencil. They're really nicely done. And they are signed and numbered. 77's an early number for a print, but I just wasn't interested in these. I think they had $12 a piece on them, which would make them $24 because I would not, break them up, but I passed. And there's my cork board up there. I've been doing some organizing down in my workspace where I pack and wrap and all the things. And I was looking for just a little cork board. I didn't want a big one because the space that I want to put it is small. So I've had my eye out for a small cork board, and sure enough, on this day, one happened to be over in the art and the frames. So I have myself my cork board. It pays to be patient. If you're looking for something, keep an eye out, because if you have a list, you're going to knock it off the list eventually. Right next to where all the art is are these bins full of wallets and things. And then there's like a wall that has purses. And it's funny, I was over here and I ended up grabbing a couple of things. I rarely grab anything in the purse area unless I'm thrifting for myself, because all I carry are thrifted wallets and purses. I did find this, and I did look this up because it was Kate Spade. Looks like if they're brand new, they go for about $10. So this one, I'm not sure what their cases are, but it didn't make any sense to pick it up. There were some nice things over here. The funny thing is, I think I lingered in this area because there was this conversation between, I imagine they were married or they were a couple, but one was talking about buying something that the other one just thought was the stupidest thing, and they were arguing about it, and it was entertaining. So I may have been doing a little bit of snooping, just leaning into the conversation. It was a nice little leather piece. And then I think I checked out, oh yeah, there was this little handbag, beaded handbag, really pretty. I think it was a Valerie Stevens. And I looked this one up too. I'll share that here. And then I want to say there was a couple more purses. There was a nice leather black purse that I looked at because I'm looking for another black purse. I really want a black leather backpack. But this was a nice quality bag here. So I checked that out. And none of these I purchased. The ones I did grab, you don't get to see. So let me show you those. I was surprised to see this, and I wasn't exactly sure at first what it was. But I liked that it was kind of whimsical and fun, and I liked the colors. So it has this kind of greenish, I don't know what that fabric is. It's cute though, with this embellishment, and then this velvet kind of purple here. It turns out it is a dog bag. So, you know, those people who have like the purse-sized dogs, chihuahuas and things, they can go in here and then they can actually peek their little heads out right there. These aren't cheap, and I think this one, and I don't remember the name of it, of course, I'm including all that information below, but I paid $3.99 because they charged me purse price because they don't have dog carrier prices or they didn't price it separately. And I think this will sell well on eBay. Also in the purses, and this is just something that I couldn't pass up because I could see on when it was hanging that it is brand new. Its handle is absolutely new. Look at the bottom. Brand new. And the inside, brand new. It was hard to pass that up for $3.99. It is a sack purse, the sack. And I think it's probably gonna sit for a bit. I had a couple of sack purses in my eBay store for a while. Actually, one of my viewers, I made her a deal and she scooped them up. But here we go with another one. And it's brand new. I mean, I could sell it new without tags and hopefully, you know, maybe $18 to $20. Again, their purse prices are now $3.99. So if you're looking for a nice neutral, call me. And this is when the new cart rolled out. I'm pausing here to show you that little corner area that's empty. Well, that's because it had this in it and I scooped it. It pays to pay attention to the carts coming out of the back of the Goodwill. That is my big reseller of the day advice. In this Goodwill, you're not supposed to touch anything when it comes out, but if you're really nice and you see something and you ask the person, he really didn't care. He was like, yeah, whatever. But out came the cart and I saw this sitting on it and I thought, that looks brand new. And sure enough, I got a very large, let me move this heavy cast iron piece out of the way, a very large Instapot for $12. $12. And guess what? It's brand new. Has all of the paperwork, everything still all sealed in the bags inside. All the pieces parts. That was amazing. This is the big one. It is the IP Duo. I'll give you information right here. It's not in a box, so I really can't sell it. Well, I can sell it as new out of box, right? But I don't know. I might sell my smaller one and keep the big brand new one for my house. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. So I don't know yet if this will be an eBay sale or if this will be a Facebook local sale because it is kind of big, kind of bulky. And since it doesn't have all the protection of its box, I'm not sure I want to sell it and ship it. So we have that. That was such a surprise. After I had that big guy in my cart, I glanced over on this shelf and I saw some frogs. And this one just grabbed me. This guy was $2. And he's so cute. And I imagine he might live here at my house because I can think of a million things that I could put on top of him when he's hanging on the wall. But I love that he's crawling up on his lily pad like that and he just hangs right on the wall. Can you imagine him inside of a door where, I don't know, you put a little key or you put a little something. Every day you have your chocolate sitting there. I have a thing for frogs and turtles if you don't know. Yeah, he might have to live here. So we're all done shopping, but I wanted to show you this piece over here in the furniture area. This is this beautiful, like, waterfall chest of drawers. Look at the front of this and how it kind of cascades down. It's really neat. I'm not looking for any big pieces of furniture, but look at the mirror that is next to it too that matches. Ah, be still my heart. And then finally, I got to share Elvis with you. This was a hobbyist piece. Look at how ginormous Elvis is with his huge guitar. They wanted $10 for it, and you know what? I bet an Elvis fan is going to snatch this guy up. Somebody did a pretty good job there. And here's my big packed cart. Look at me. All right, everybody, that was it. Some pretty amazing things. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I so appreciate you. Please click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit that alarm so you know when I put up new videos. Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes on the weekends. And share my videos if you can. Share them with your friends who like thrifting, and maybe they'll like it too. That way we can build our community, and that's awesome. All right, everybody, take care. Love to you all. We'll see you on Tuesday.